Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video we're going to talk start collecting Conquest First Blood, and we're going to take a look at one of the First Blood Warband box sets that are soon to be released by Parabellum War Games. And today the faction we're checking out is the Dweghom, the dwarves-ish, but don't call them dwarves, they're Dweghom of Conquest. So we're going to go through the contents of this box set and talk a little bit about all the units here, and then take a look at some other units we can use to expand upon this initial box set. We'll then finally finish off the video with a little sample army list of 800 points to hopefully give you some inspiration for starting your own Conquest First Blood force of the Dwegom. And so to start with, we get one hero in this box set, and that is the Ardent Kerouac. I probably butchered the name, I apologise, but this is a priest, and it's got a couple of incantations. First of all, Mocham Doch. Once again, butchering the names probably. Target friendly regiment adds to their charge distance during the next charge action, or he can use Fueled by the Furnace, much easier to pronounce name. Target friendly regiment gains the Blessed special rule, where Blessed is going to give them the ability once per round they can reroll all failed hits or all failed defense rolls for the duration of a single action, which is pretty awesome. A bunch of other different abilities like the Pursuit of Alm. All models in the army of the special rule cannot refuse a challenge action, Devout as well as Flurry, Righteous Assault, Flaming Oratory, and the Rauch on the Fallen. While a friendly regiment in the army gains the benefit of the Relentless Aggression faction special rule by removing 3 or more casualty tokens, then it always gains the Relentless Blows special rule. Now, joining this, we have one of the different retinue officers, and the one we have here is the Herald of Stone. Probably one of my favourite miniatures. That giant shield and dual-sided hammer that it has is just awesome. Now, this model is going to have the command ability defensive formation. What this is going to do is just, allow us to really help me that much better in a defensive situation, which is already something the Dwegom are good at. He's also got Shield and Tenacious there as well, with a nice result of 4, 5 wounds, clash, and attacks 3, as well as defense 3. Is all pretty solid for a officer. Now, we then move into our units, and first of all, we have a unit of 8 initiates. These can be either built with shields or pikes. I particularly like the pikes variation of them. I think having both options is obviously the way to go, but yeah, initiates with pikes are really fun. You're going to have the pike formation rule, they've got Devout and Support, and then obviously you've got your shields there as well. And now this is the unit you will be joining your Herald of Stone in, which is really fun. Just going to be able to bring those initiates together. Now you can also check out another unit we have in this box set, which is the Wardens. These are an elite Dwegom style unit. They're going to really give us, a decent fighting unit, as well as something still pretty decently defensive. I mean, they are still a Dwegom. Wardens immediate infantry. They've once again got Devout, which is awesome, but Flurry and Cleave 1 in there as well. So really giving us some good punch. Another piece that will definitely add some punch is the Inferno Automata that'll go into the box set. Aura of Death 2, Feral, Fearsome, and Fluid Formation makes, large units of these really nice. But these have 4 attacks with Clash of 3, Defense 3 as well, and 5 wounds. Pretty decent for this sort of light infantry, weird sort of creature that Inferno Automata are. They're not brutes, they're infantry. It's an interesting sort of model in the game. Also, we would like to thank Parabellum for sponsoring the channel with Conquest: The Last Argument of Kings and Conquest First Blood. If you'd like to help the channel, you can do so by supporting us by going and using our affiliate code to get 10% off your orders on the Parabellum e-store. The code here on the screen will get you the said discount, CFGCONQ5. Go and get yourself 10% off and help the channel continue to make more and more Conquest content. And so, looking at where we can go next for this force, and the first unit I want to look at is definitely bringing some shooting to the force, because Dweghom do have access to a really good lot of shooting. This backs up their nice defensive lines and can allow you to deal damage while you're actually moving your slower than average forces into place. Now, the first of these shooting units I like are the Fire Force. These are your medium infantry shooting unit. Barrage 1 and a range of 10 inch. They've got armor piercing 2. They also have shields as well, which is really nice. They can take a variety of different officer models as well. The first of these being the Flamecaster, which is a medium infantry. It's going to give the Torrents of Fire command, where target friendly regiment gains the Torrential Fire special rule, which is really fun. He's also got Barrage 3, range 10 inch, armor piercing 2 as well, so suits very similar sort of attack style, just more of them, because he's that little officer. You've also got the Herald of Fire, which can be taken, another medium infantry type of officer available to them. This model is going to give the Pursuit of Unk, where all models in the army with a special rule can't refuse a challenge as normal. Grafted in fire there as well. Relentless Blows, Cleave 2. This guy's going to bring some much needed punch to the unit in melee with 4 attacks, and Clash 3 is really solid. Lastly, if you're maybe looking for a unit that is a little bit cheaper, seeing as, you know, those Fire Forts are 220 points for the 4 models, you could look at Whole Ballistae instead, which are almost half the cost at 120 for 4. They are going to give you Barrage 2 and a 15-inch range. They are only Volley 2. They've got shields there as well, armor piercing there as well, and generally, you know, they aren't as good as your Fire Forge, but they are going to provide you with much cheaper shooting as well for your 4s. And so here we have our sample force for the Dweghom. Obviously, our leader is going to be the Ardent Kerouac with the Remembrance of the Core Talisman. This is really fun because it can effectively once per game give a unit around it hardened, which is nice. We'll then have the 4 Wardens in there, the Inferno Automata, and the things we've added to this box set are the Fireforged here with a Flamecaster in there for a little bit of extra shooty goodness. If you're going to take that 5th Fireforged, it's almost better to always go that Flamecaster, I think, and he just gives a lot more. The Initiates with the Pikes take the Herald of Stone, and then we've also got the Initiates with Shields as well for a nice perfect 800 points of Dweghom. This is a really fun force because you do have something decently fast moving. The Inferno Automata is much faster than your average Dweghom unit. You've got a good shooting base with only 1 unit. I think with the good shooting that you can take with Dweghom in First Blood, I think when the game is so much more fast-paced than Conquest and so much more sort of upfront, I think going too heavy in shooting is something you really need to be careful of. So definitely going with the shooting with the officer and then taking, you know, the Wardens and the Initiates there is probably the way to go. But if you've been playing with the Dweghom in First Blood, let us know how you've been going down in the comments below and what you would add to the initial box set as well if you would add something different to the Fireforged and Flamecaster. And so that's the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fantastic little community here, we have a Discord server which is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. If you would like to, you can do so either by YouTube members or Patreon, or by grabbing yourself some merch at Teespring or at our Ko-fi store. All of them are linked down in the video's description. As a special thank you to our Patrons and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to our Patrons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lowe, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Benjamin Swallers, Redmine, Iron Grinch, Nicholas Colomos, Colorblind Magic, Grimscold, and Andy C. And to our YouTube members, Green Rich Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Barokan Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weird, James Tillman, Gargamel196, and Disco. Lastly, a special thanks first of all to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel, everyone who helps come and provide the games for everyone to watch on the channel as well, and indeed all our fantastic mods and members of the community who keep our Discord and comment section a fantastic place for all to be. Thank you all once again, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.